Thank you for joining me on how to use ClientRamp for your business. ClientRamp is an all-in-one CRM, project management, and client relationship tool that helps guide you, your clients, and team from beginning to end with only a few clicks of a button. This includes quotes, managing the project, and invoicing. So let's get started. There are two ways to use ClientRamp for your business. One way is to add clients and quotes directly to your account. So over here you can see you can add clients directly from top to bottom about their email information, website, business address, contact information. You can even add additional clients to the list so you can have a full spectrum of all the people that you might be working with. To view the clients, you can go here and you can see all the clients that are on your list. And this will include everything that you've done with the client, including ongoing projects, completing projects, and completing invoices. And here you can see how much you have spent with the client and how many projects that are ongoing and how many that are completed. You can also add a client to a new quote. So when you create a new quote, you can come over here and select which client you create a new client here, or you can select a new client that's already been added to your system. So here we'll go ahead and add this client here, and then you can go ahead and continue with the entire quote. If you want to add one project to the quote, this could be like for the business logo that you're wanting to create. And then if they're wanting to create a website development or a web app, they can add a new project and continue adding the information about that project. And they can select what they're actually looking for, the delivery date, what type of project it is, and even come over here and add the resources such as explaining what URL maybe to describe what they want the site to look like, or they can go over here and add images and logos that they currently have to use on the project. Once that's completed, then it immediately goes to the project board. And this project board allows you to be able to control the quote from beginning to end and know where it's at. So when a quote comes in, either this one is coming from a client directly who created an account with you and logged in and sent you the information, or this is from a quote that you created here. So this right here is a quote that's currently in the process. So if you want to view the quotation, you can see everything about it, what services it's looking for. You can see the activity of what's going on. You can sit there and quote the project from here also, or you can actually view all the information that is uploaded for the project itself, which includes attachments, activities. You can assign team members to the project itself. You can add deliverables, and then you can even create a group chat that chats with everybody from team members to the client directly. Understand how the process works. So we utilize a Kanban system that allows a quote to go from client request all the way through approved. So this right here is either coming from the client who logged in their account and sent you the information, or you created it yourself and added the information yourself. So as this goes across Kanban, it's going to go to pending approvals, to rejected, or even to where it's been approved. So as we go through here, you will go back and forth with the client on the quote until you get to the final approval stage. On the final approval stage, you'll see here you have payment terms. If you have NDAs to add, you can see the entire project that was added, such as all the activities, the team members that were added. It'll give you an idea of what was given to the team member. You can add a task to it. You can view the dates and calendar and delivery of the task that's needed itself through the calendar, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And then once we go through this entire process, you're going to be able to get to the final approval stage where you can get the signatures online from the customer and payment at the same time. So once you look at this and you're like, okay, this is ready to go, you can look at the final quote. It's automatically going to have both signatures inside here. You're like, this looks great. Okay, now it's time to go ahead and generate an invoice to get payment to push this project to the project board. So here you'll come over here and you'll either be able to have the payment go through Stripe or PayPal, and we will be adding many forms of payments as we go along. But if you're using Stripe, for example, once you click on this, it's going to generate the payment automatically for you. So once the payment is generated and the client makes the payment, it automatically moves it over here to the project board. And this project board works the same way as the Kanban process you did with the quote board, but this time you're going to be given a bunch of different information that allows the project to go from beginning to end to the delivery. So now you say the project is in progress, you can come over here and view all the details about the project, such as the attachments, what activity is actually being done on it, who is the team members that are working on it, the deliverable dates. You can come over here and do chatting with the customer and go back and forth or invite team members and the client together to discuss the project. At no time will the team member ever have permission to talk to the client unless you give them permission to be able to do that. Here you'll be able to see everything about the projects, about the resources, the images, you'll see log records and everything that's done for the project itself. Once this project has made it to the delivery to the client can then go in there and approve of the project and say, yes, the project is done correctly, it's done to my satisfaction, and then once they mark it as completed, then the last payment will be generated, or however you want to set up your payment. You control how payments are done, whether you want to do it all up front, whether you want to do it on a percentage side or a fixed rate. You get to decide that as you fill out the quotes. So once a project is going through here with the team member will also, or employees, they will also get a login themselves to be able to only see the projects that they are viewing. So between you and the client and the team member, everybody has their own logins, and our entire Kanban system will just generate the proper information for them to fill out and to come back to you, so the project is continuously moving along with just a couple clicks of the button. So just like the quote board, the project board also has its own list view. So when you come here and click on it, you can see all of the projects that are being done currently. And then you can view the detail of each one of those projects and who's been working on the project itself. So going back to the calendar, once a task is added to a team member here, then that task with all the information such as the images and links or whatever is needed for the project is automatically sent to the team member through their account. So when a team member is added to a project, they automatically get an email just like the client does as well. This is where they can create an account and log in and see all of the relevant information that they need. So once a team member is logged in and they see the task, they will get a calendar similar to this and be able to see when certain projects are due and what dates. So when they click on this, they'll open up a box that'll give them all the information about that project, the due date, and then be able to submit that project when it's completed. So now we've gone through the quote board, the project board, and the team and the calendars. Now we're down to the invoice management. So the invoice management allows you to control all of the invoices that come in, and then once those invoices are there, you can view past ones and better understand what's been used in the past for tax purposes. You can also connect it to your Quickbooks, and by connecting to your Quickbooks, it'll automatically submit all of the invoices to your account there, and then you can use this for your tax purposes also. So for the admin section, you can come over here and see your profile, business settings, and there's also messaging here too. So here you can actually look at all the different types of messages that are through here. You can do group chats and connect multiple people. You can do private chats and then view them all. So here you'll do a simple chat and it'll go back and forth between you, the client, and the team member, and you can discuss the projects. In the future that we're going to have a video conferencing for all parties, so you can jump online and discuss the project, and all of it will be saved into the system so you can use it for future references. So going over here, you can look at your profile and you can see where you can upload your image, basic stuff right there. You can look at what your subscription details are that you have with us. And you can also look at what usage you have for your subscription itself. Now, when you want to go ahead and go to business settings, this will give you all the basic information that you need to use. So what we do is, to better understand, is when you want to add your account to your website, we're going to go ahead and use it through a widget system. This widget here, if you copy and paste it to your website, will take your entire system that you see here and put it on your website, and you can utilize it as your own. And we do custom colors, we do your own custom logo, so that you can add your logo here. It'll add your own icon here for mobile devices. So you can add everything that you need. This is where you would upload the logo, the favicon. You can add the small icon here. You can even change the colors of the entire site here. So if I wanted to go ahead and change this to green and I want to make this blue, I could come over here and instantly you're going to see all of this, these colors change very quickly to be customized to your website. So if you go back to the dashboard, for example purposes, you can see all the colors has just quickly changed. So going back to the business settings, you also can add an image that'll add this for your site, so when your customers log in, they'll see your banners and who your company is about. You can come over here also and change your quote settings. This will change the quotation prefix to whatever you want. You can start your quotation IDs at 200 or 10,000, so you're not really starting from 1 and 2, so it kind of looks like you're starting. Here you can add your terms and conditions. You can add in your NDA, so if you want somebody to sign an NDA, sometimes that's very important. You can add your signature here, and once you add your signature here, you can go ahead and save it, and then when a quote comes through for your side and the client side, and you guys both accept the terms of the quote, then both signatures are already there, and then you can proceed to the payment term. So everything that we do is kept within our system, even up to the point where it comes down to payment and agreeing on the quote. Here you can add page links. These page links are going to be what is connected to the widget here. So when you open your page up, it's going to have your links along with your logo and your entire system. So you can come over here and create the links that are on your website through this interface here. You can decide what email notifications you want to get from us. So you can say, I do not want these, or I want to get these notifications. And then lastly is the payment account. So here with the payment accounts, you can decide whether you want to do PayPal or Stripe. And if you go there and add your keys and secret key to here, then it'll automatically send payment to the client with just a push of a button. And then over here you can take a look if you need some help throughout this process. You can go through here and it'll tell you exactly what each section is about. So as you go through the settings, it'll take you through there. If you go through the main dashboard, it'll give you a different set of information about it. Here you'll be able to see all the different notifications that are coming to you. So you can see what's been done, what's not been done. You can visit the task, mark it read, or even delete it. And you can come over here and then view all of the chats that you have with clients and team members.